Not only are we afraid of movies and books that show magic and witchcraft and the occult, we're afraid of symbols. Christians in the 80s would stop purchasing things at Procter & Gamble because they thought the logo symbol was satanic. Movies were pulled from theaters because Santa Claus killed somebody with an axe, and it was for 18-plus audiences. People tried to get Harry Potter banned from theaters. For what? Because a kid holds a wand? Symbols have no power. They're just man-made things. If a religion teaches you to be afraid of everything and teaches you that everything is trying to lure you away, maybe you need to stop believing in whatever you're believing in. Because living in fear isn't a life. It's a prison. And you can't live in fear. If what you call living is living in fear, maybe I'd rather not be doing it. I watch whatever I want. Even if I watch a movie that shows violence or illegal activity, I know it's not right behavior. I don't need a God to tell me that beating somebody up in a movie is morally acceptable. Or if somebody attacks a woman on screen, it's not morally or legally justifiable. I don't need a God to tell me that. And if you do need a God to tell you not to attack a woman, you're not a good person. I don't need a law to tell me not to buy alcohol for children underage. I know, based on anatomy, their bodies can't change alcohol into something digestible. I don't need laws to know if something is okay. I'm glad we have laws, but if you need a law to tell you not to steal, you're not a good person. Even if it was legal to steal, and I'm glad it's not, but if it was, I still wouldn't do it. Because would I want my stuff stolen? Not that I own anything worthy of stealing, but no. I've had people steal things from me, so I don't steal from other people. I don't attack people because I don't want to be beat up. I treat people the way I hope people treat me, with respect. And I'm not afraid of a pentagram. I just like learning the history of it and why it's seen as an evil logo, even though it's not evil, okay? Symbols aren't evil, only superstitions. Only if you view it as a superstition. I even learned about swastikas. Like, why do Jews back in the day wear a Star of David? Like, I wanted to know where that came from. I wanted to know the history behind swastikas. It actually wasn't a bad symbol until the Nazis got a hold of it. I found that quite interesting. I learned certain symbols and certain occult practices. They're not really what we think they are, but few people ever take the time to sit down and figure it out. And yes, Harry Potter, a lot of the spells and classes are based on real deemed occult activities and magic. But magic doesn't exist. I'm not afraid of Harry Potter. There is no hell that Christians are saying that Harry Potter is going to. And if you wish someone to go to hell, you're not a good person. Good people don't want anyone to go to hell. And if you believe in a God that sends people to hell, you need to look in the mirror, because it's not acceptable. And when I realized that church teaches people to hate and fear Harry Potter, to hate and avoid the occult, maybe I don't want to be a part of a group that instills panic and fear into people. Because decent institutions lead with knowledge instead of fear. Because knowledge casts out fear, knowledge protects people against scams. And I believe the moral panic, the fear of Harry Potter, they're all moral scams. Watching and being involved in the occult is not immorality, and it isn't satanic. I just don't want to be a part of this toxic belief that the occult is trying to hunt you down. Trust me, there is no occult. And people who are objective thinkers, who don't believe in superstitions and cults, aren't going to fall for the moral ambiguity of the moral panic. Because moral people don't fear invisible things. Moral people don't require a God to be moral.